Hello everyone, this is Zora from Blackbriar. I am the singer and
I'm René. I'm the drummer of Blackbriar, and yeah, we're here to have a chat with Bruno.
about our new album, which will be released on August 22nd.
I'm here with Zora and René from Blackbriar. So first of all, how are you guys doing today?
Very good. Thank you. How are you?
I'm fine as well.
We're having a good day out here, man. This is yeah, it's been a lovely day.
So Blackbriar is releasing 1,000 Little Deaths in less than a month. And so how does it feel to be this close to the release? Is there any anxiety or after two albums you're already used to it?
Oh, and definitely not used to it. I always get as each day passes by, I get more nervous. So, but also excited, of course.
Yeah, it's I don't really feel the nerves usually, but it is extremely exciting. We've been working so long and so hard on this album, almost 2 years. So I'm happy that we're closing in on the release date because that means that we can leave it behind us in terms of people listening to the music because we've already been listening to it for a couple of months now, and it's time for other people to experience it.
Well, I for one had the chance to listen to it and I thought it was great. I just talked to you about it, what my feelings were backstage. So you guys delivered very well. And so, guys, can tell me a little bit about the writing process you guys have, and if it was any different from the two previous albums.
Mostly it was pretty much the same. We always start with me writing the lyrics. I then, when I finish the lyrics, I just record a melody with it, a cappella, without any music still. Send it over to René, and he creates the music onto my vocals. But we did one thing a little bit different this time, which was we went on a writer's camp um, with all of Blackbriar and worked on mostly one song, which is The Hermit and the Lover. And yeah, it was a great experience with everyone.
And I see that documentary on your YouTube channel where you guys show that retreat, and it was in an old manor, right? Where you guys have recorded a video for Until Eternity, the band's first hit.
Yeah,
So how was that experience as a whole for you guys?
I always wanted an excuse to go back to that place, so this was it for me. And wanted to spend the night there, and yeah, and we finally got to do it, and made some amazing memories.
Yeah, no, it was a very very good experience because
Yeah.
we actually brought everybody out there, including the crew, and we had some good barbecues and some fun late nights working on the songs, and it was very interesting to change our writing process around a bit, and I think I think we hit it spot on with the Hermit and the Lover being the first basically baby born out of everybody working on the Blackbriar songs. So yeah, that's yeah, it was fun.
And a lot of mosquitoes.
Yeah, there were a lot of mosquitoes. It was crazy. We had to sleep in those. Crazy.
Well, that's not always great.
Nope.
And and you guys have a writing process where you two are very directive in the writing, and in this sort of retreat, you guys had the other members saying and working on the songs. And there's a moment in the video where it's always like a little concerned that your idea is being changed a little. How was dealing with that for you guys? And do you feel like from the next albums you will repeat this experiment, or was it one time thing?
No, actually went surprisingly well.
Yeah.
Yeah, we didn't got in any fights. It was very pleasant to work with everyone. It was very funny because everybody had their own room, as I also mentioned in the documentary, and they would just be alone and work on the same song at the same time. And at the very end of the day, we all got together and listened to what everybody did. So that was very funny, and try to pick the best parts and put them all together. I think will try to do this again, right?
Yeah, I think so too. I mean, Sora's always a little bit nervous for us changing the songs or for me changing the parts that she came up with. But it's part of our writing process. So regardless of what's being uh, basically created in the first stage of a song, it will always change to a certain degree. and but Sora's very protective of her creative ideas. So, and that's a good thing actually, because I feel the same way. That's why it took us 12 years to have the full band work on the music altogether. Not because we didn't want to, but we couldn't imagine a way of writing the songs with multiple people without having to police every single aspect of writing a song. And we simply didn't have the time to negotiate or discuss all the songs prior to this album. It was always a very fast project doing the album, trying to very stressful, writing the songs. And so this was for the first time we felt like, oh, now we can ease into it a little bit. Plus I was stuck on a song, so I couldn't move forward, and we did really want that song on the album. So that's where the idea for the writer camp came from. And yeah, I think we'll do it again in the future. It was a good experience. We as Sora, as we all mentioned in the documentary as well, it was a partially team building as well. Getting to know each other on a different level. Yeah, it was very good for us as a band.
And I think the album title is very strong, A Thousand Little Deaths. Where does it come from, and how early or late in the process the band settled on that name?
It was very early that I knew. For the other albums, it was always towards the very end. Oh, we really need to have a title right now, and then yeah. But for this, I knew very early on. It was after writing the lyrics for Harpy. It's the first line actually of the song, and when I wrote it, I just knew, oh, this is the album title, because I've been writing a lot about death in all of the lyrics. I noticed it myself, and it felt like the perfect title.
Yeah.
And speaking of concepts, you guys released The Fossilized Widow already, one of the singles from the album. And you developed a very haunting and melancholic concept. And not only that, but Zora, you also gave voice and portrayed the character in a video clip. So can you explain how it was coming up with the story, tell the audience a little bit about it, and also how does it feel to incorporate a character you wrote yourself?
Well, it's actually something Sora always does. I mean, I don't know if you noticed, but we produce all the music videos ourselves usually. And
Yes.
Sora already also, when writing songs at a very early stage, she already sees the music video and she knows what she wants to do in terms of the creative side of, the visual music video. So yeah, I think that for this particular song, where did you draw your inspiration from for the Fossilized Widow again?
It was a creation of my own.
Of your
So
imagination.
but yeah, and music videos is like a second passion of ours, because yeah, we do it ourselves, and I always like to play the character myself, because the lyrics are very close to me, and that yeah, it's a full circle thing.
And Blackbriar has a very strong presence online and a strong bond with the fans, just even from the start. So, do you guys ever felt the love from the Brazilian audience? And if is there any talks for you guys to come to play here?
We definitely felt the love. Yeah, we
Yeah.
see comments about when will you come to Brazil, like every day. So, and we've been trying since the beginning. It's definitely a dream of ours, and yeah, it's high up on our list, and we hope to be there very soon.
Yeah, it's for us. It's a matter of currently we're waiting for the right opportunities and right timing and moments. None of that has really come up yet to us. So we a serious offer or something to go out there or try and do it ourselves seems a little bit of a long stretch right now, because we have no idea how well our music is being received out there, apart from all the messages we read. But it's not, it seems like a very scary thing to do on our own, at least. So we're waiting for maybe a festival or a good support tour or shows to get out there. And but it's, like Sora said, very high on the list. So if we get the opportunity, we'll be there as soon as we possibly can.
And Blackbriar has been coming up very strong numbers wise. I mean, you guys have a very strong community. You guys have a lot of followers, and YouTube subscribers, your videos get a lot of views. And being this band that has a very close contact with the fans, how did it affect your day-to-day basis, like having so much fans to deal with and having this great community grow so fast?
Well, I mean, we like to take credit for putting a lot of time and effort into maintaining the bond that we have with the fans. So we did the whole Discord server thingy where we are, where all of us are actually. Zora has her Patreon. We still do the crowdfunding slash pre-order stuff, mainly so that the fans can continue to link their name forever and ever in our music booklets for the CD and the vinyls. All of that is stuff that we find extremely important. Even it came up in the negotiations with our label, stuff like that. It needed to be done. We just needed to have that. Yeah, and after shows and stuff like that, we'll try at least almost all the time, apart from touring, because we try to meet our fans after the show. We'll be at the merch, for example, apart from touring, because that's where health becomes a risk. If we meet too many people in the first two shows, you have the risk of not being able to play the 10 other ones. So yeah, again, it's just extremely important to us. We
Yeah.
reply everything ourselves.
We owe everything to the people who supported us from the beginning as well. We recorded our music because of those crowdfunding campaigns. We were able to record our music, and for the people who wanted to hear it. So yeah, it's very important.
Yeah, exactly.
And you guys told me that this last album that's coming out, took kind of 2 years to get made, and now you're about to release it and go on tour. So, which part of the process do you guys enjoy more personally, like the writing of the song, or the production of the album, or maybe the touring? Which gives you the most satisfaction out of the music business?
For me, it's definitely the writing. Yeah, where I just in solitude by myself, being creative. It's where I thrive best.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna have to give the boring answer of agreeing with Sora. I mean, there's a certain type of stress that comes with playing live or actually having to record it. It's like it's not necessarily as romantic as people might think. It's hard work, and it's very challenging, and you continuously have a mirror in front of you telling you how bad you are at everything that you do, because you have to play a drum part, for example, and you keep making the tiny mistakes, or maybe your timing in general is not on or whatever, and that's what you get remembered every single second while recording. So I cannot say that I enjoy that too much. Writing the songs is a lot more relaxed and more fulfilling, I think. And playing the songs live is a very good second for me to that. Feeling the energy from the fans, nothing beats that. Not even writing the songs, but it is stressful and nerve wracking
Yeah,
to play live. So
I always like the feeling that I get after the show, but before it, I'm just extremely nervous all the time. So that's something I have to get through every show. But then on stage, it gets a little bit less, and then after the show, I'm getting that feeling of
euphoria.
ecstatic, yeah, euphoria. So that's always good. But yeah.
Yeah.
And you guys, speaking of playing live, you had the chance to play big stages like Vakin a couple of years ago. Is there any place where you want to play? You're like, is in your bucket list?
Oh, there's so many. I mean, there's
Vakken
so many.
Vakken was on our bucket list for a
Yeah.
long time. So yeah, so many. Yeah. Oh my
Oh my
gosh.
God. I mean, even countries like Brazil and stuff, those are very high up on our bucket list. I would love to go to Japan, Australia,
Australia.
anything we haven't played before. And in terms of stages, you know, from my personal point of view, I don't really care how big the stage is. I actually rather prefer like a couple of hundred people in a country we've never been before over a massive stage in the Netherlands, for example. Yeah, I much rather meet fans in their country and do stuff that we haven't done before. So yeah, that's where I'm at.
And also on playing live, is there any song from the album that you guys are waiting anxiously to play live after the release so you can show it to the audience live?
I think for me, uh, I can really see the catastrophe that is us in a live setting with the, how do you call it, the moments, you know.
The moments, the live participation moments. Yeah.
So yeah, that one I'm looking forward to, and also Blueberry's Chamber. I think I'm looking forward to that because I have a couple of cool ideas, you know, for on the stage.
Exciting. For me, it would be probably Green Light Across the Bay. That I think that's going to be a party song for me at least. You know, as a drummer. And Bluebird's Chamber. Those two songs in particular, you know, they are not necessarily the more extreme "I Buried Us" or the last I've Bliss happy guitar riff stuff. Yeah, I like to make atmospheres live and come to life on stage. So that's why I picked those two songs.
And speaking of atmosphere, the whole album has a very dense vibe. I was telling you about, like, it feels like you're in a dense fog and you can see like where you're looking, but the melodies and Zora's voice feels like a north. And was that something you guys thought during the writing process or just came naturally? And how was what was the approach of giving the album the its ambience?
I think it did came naturally because it's always been a bit of our thing to create atmospheres at the first at foremost. Yeah, that's what we find most important, I guess, if I'm talking about myself. So yeah, thank you for the compliment then.
Yeah.
And you,
You're welcome.
Renee?
I fully agree with what Sora just said, to be honest. Um, yeah, it comes very natural, and it is actually what we stand for as a band and as creative minds. You know, it's not something that we changed necessarily for this album. It's actually a very good continuation of what we've been doing throughout the years. There's natural growth and progression as musicians and songwriters, but we did very much chose to remain doing what we did because we love it ourselves. So why should we change it? You know.
Uh, Going back to the beginning, what was the sparkle that lead you guys to follow a career in music? Well, do you remember the sparkle or the song you heard, or is there any moment in particular that got you into it?
For me, my dad has always been, he's a guitar player, so I grew up with guitar music a lot. When I used to go to bed, he was playing in the other room as like a lullaby. So that's, yeah, music has always been around me. And I think it was like in, how do you call this, like the lower school, like the, when you were little?
Wow, I don't even know, man.
Kindergarten.
Yeah, maybe that.
Something
Yeah,
like this. Well, we had a like a music.
elementary school.
Yes, we had a musical there to, and I had a couple of solo songs, and I could sing for the first time for an audience, and yeah, that's when I knew.
Yeah, I mean, for me, and I can also speak for all the other band members. I think we have very similar backgrounds. So, family members or moms and dad being in bands playing music, it for me it was very identical to what Sora just explained. You know, I was in a crib next to a stage when I was a baby throughout my baby years because my parents were always playing shows and doing weddings and stuff. So yeah, I've always been around music, and at a very young age started playing the drums. And I tried different things. I tried working for a baker and making bread and stuff like that. Nothing, even though I loved it, nothing came close to making music. So yeah, for me there was no other plan necessarily. It's always been music, music, music.
Yeah, same for me.
That's amazing. So to finish up the interview, the channel has an official playlist in which we add some songs that our guests recommends. So, can each of you suggest 3 songs? One song from Blackbriar, one that you grew up listening to, and one that you got into recently, maybe.
I will go first so Sora can think about this for a bit. Or do you
Perfect.
already
Yeah,
know?
I think I know.
Oh, then you go ahead.
The first one was where grow up, right? When we grew up.
It doesn't matter which.
Well, I guess that would be sorry, Wuthering Heights by Kate Bush. The second one that I came across recently was I listened to this artist a lot, but this song I hadn't heard before. It's but now I forgot the title. I guess it's from Lana Del Rey. Do you know it, Renee?
I don't know the title, but I know the song that you mean. It's a
Yeah.
beautiful song, but maybe you look it up and just say Blackbriar first, and then the song,
Okay.
and then you can
Yeah,
look
I
it up.
will do that.
It's
The
okay if you
Blackbriar
take your
song.
time. Sometimes you guys have to check the Spotify, and that's okay.
Yeah. For Blackbriar song, it's I think then the Bluebeard's Chamber.
Now you can look it up because
Yeah,
I
I
will
will. You can
send
see
my
the
3 songs.
light.
For me, I'm gonna start with the Blackbriar song. That will be the catastrophe that is us. It was the last song we wrote, and it was a very fun song to make. The song that I grew up with, I'm gonna say Guns N' Roses, Welcome to the Jungle. I'm just gonna say that one. And for a song, what was the other one?
New
A
one.
song, current song, right?
Yes.
How current are we talking about?
The song doesn't need to be like a new release. It can be
Okay.
something you came across recently that has been stuck on your minds or maybe on your playlists.
Well, I have been listening to a lot of Mammoth in the past couple of weeks, and for me, it is a fairly new discovery, which might be weird, but to be honest, I literally found it. I was like, oh my god! So I'm gonna say "Don't Back Down" by Mammoth.
And my song was called Bel Air.
That was it, yeah,
Yeah.
Amazing.
by Lana Del
So
Rey.
perfect. So thank you, Renee. Thank you, Zora, for your time. Congratulations on the new album. And the floor is
Thank you.
yours to talk to our audience and give your messages to the Brazilian audience.
Well, I really hope you will love this new album and don't hesitate to let us know what you think because we read all the comments on YouTube and everywhere. And it's always amazing to read your thoughts about our work. And yeah.
Yeah, and I'm gonna say we'll see you all in Brazil soon, hopefully. So yeah, make sure to follow everything. And yeah, thank you, Bruno, for the time, taking the time to talk to us. So we really appreciate it, and I hope we, can meet each other soon. We'll see. Looking forward to that.
Hope to see you guys here in Brazil.
Thank you, man.
Thank you so
Appreciate it.
much.
Have a good one.